Employee Performance Management Process. Bright Minds Tutoring is an organization that offers web-based tutoring to students in grades K through 12 in college. Bright Minds has 25 employees in 10 different positions. These employees work out of 2 offices in 2 different cities. Managers do not necessarily work in the same office as the employees that they oversee. Bright Minds has been experiencing rapid growth and has never had a formal performance management process in place. Due to this growth and the need to add additional staff, meet the organization's goals, and fill management positions, it has been decided that now is the time to design and implement a performance management process. An effective employee performance management process can be greatly beneficial to both employees and the organization. A well-designed and implemented performance management process can lead to improved performance for individual employees and the organization, increase employee motivation, increase employee understanding of their role and how it relates to others and the organization, increase employee engagement with organizational goals, allow organizations to develop talent, identify gaps in employees' skill sets, and allow performance issues to be addressed. The goals of Bright Minds' employee performance management process are to increase employee productivity and performance, ensuring employees have the appropriate skills to perform their role effectively, increase employee motivation, lower voluntary employee turnover, provide employees with a clear path to growth within the organization, and succession planning to ensure key roles can be filled internally as the organization grows. Overall, Bright Minds wants to ensure that we are prepared for continued growth through planning to fill key management positions and increasing the skill set of employees. Bright Minds also wants to ensure that we retain talented employees by providing a clear path to growth, rewarding performance, and investing in our employees' skill development. Research has found that 93% of employees would have stayed with their employer longer if that employer invested in their careers. A comprehensive and effective performance management process is a key part in fostering employee development. The plan to design and implement the employee performance management process will be broken into 5 phases. The first phase is research, during which HR and management will work together to develop the criteria used for reviews, outcomes for reviews, and the software that will be used. This will take 3 months to complete. The second phase is education, during which employees will be educated on the review process. This will take 1 month to complete. The third phase is 360 performance reviews, during which feedback will be collected, reviewed with employees, and employees will receive the outcomes of their reviews. This will take 4 months to complete. The fourth phase is communication and development, which will be ongoing. Employees will work on goals and objectives. Management will provide ongoing feedback and meet with employees regularly. The final phase is strategic planning, during which HR and management will use information gained through the 360 review process to inform strategic decision-making. 360 reviews will then be completed with each employee on an annual basis. The first step is to determine the core skills and functions of each job description that will be used for employee performance evaluation. The second step is to determine the behavioral competencies that employee performance will be measured against, ensuring that these are in alignment with the mission, vision, and values of the organization. It is critical to select the most important skills and behavioral competencies to evaluate employees. The principle of what gets measured gets done demonstrates that value will be placed on the competencies that are used for evaluation in the performance management system. It is also important for the criteria to be tailored specifically to the employee's role because not all roles require the same skills. The third step is to determine the possible outcomes of annual performance evaluations and how results will be quantified so that outcomes can be equitably implemented. It is important to ensure that rewards are distributed equitably because perceived fairness is a strong motivator in employees. This is also an opportunity to take corrective action or identify areas for further development as needed. The outcomes should clearly differentiate between levels of performance. The fourth step is to conduct an analysis to ensure that pay and benefit increases to be offered as part of the annual performance evaluations are competitive. It is important that employees perceive that the rewards being offered are competitive in the market in order to retain talented employees. Rewards other than standard pay increases should be offered, and employees should be given some choice in how they are rewarded. Giving employees a choice in the type of reward they receive will allow the system to be flexible in meeting the needs of employees who are motivated in different ways. The fifth step is to select the 360 review software that will be used for performance reviews, goal setting, and ongoing performance and development management. The second phase, education, consists of the following steps. The first step is to provide employees with an accurate description of what skills and competencies their performance will be measured against and the possible outcomes of performance reviews. In order to create an effective performance management system, it is important to clearly communicate the levels of performance and how they will be rewarded to employees. The next step is to provide training to all employees on how to properly complete the 360-degree reviews. Training employees on how to properly complete the feedback questionnaires will lead to more consistent feedback being collected. Training employees on the purpose of the reviews and how the information collected will be used will also help to lessen resistance to participation in reviews. Phase 3 will be the portion of the program when the 360 employee performance reviews are conducted. The first part of this will consist of collecting 360 review feedback from the employee themselves, the manager, 3 peers, 3 subordinates if applicable, and 3 customers for each employee. Feedback will be collected in the form of graphic rating scales and essay form feedback. It is important to include self-assessment as part of the review process because employees experience better performance and more engagement when they have the opportunity to assess their own work. The second step will be for the manager to meet with each employee to review information collected during the 360 review and set initial goals, which are to be linked to larger organizational goals for the upcoming period. It is important for employee goals to be linked to larger organizational goals because employees perform better when they are able to see the larger significance of their work. This two-way communication between management and employees is also a key component of an effective employee performance management system. The next step is for HR to provide employees with the outcomes of their performance review. HR will handle the outcomes of performance reviews to ensure that rewards and improvement plans are handled equitably between departments. There are numerous benefits to using a 360 review over a traditional manager-led performance review process. 360 reviews increase self-awareness for employees by providing multiple perspectives on strengths and weaknesses. Receiving feedback from multiple sources increases the reliability of the feedback and helps employees to be more open to receiving feedback. Employees also have the opportunity for self-assessment and reflection. 360 reviews also increase accountability. Since employees know they are going to be receiving feedback from not only management, but peers and customers as well, they are more likely to perform better on a consistent basis. Additionally, 360 reviews decrease turnover by empowering employees and giving them a voice. The 360 review process promotes continuous improvement by identifying strengths and weaknesses, providing a starting point for development plans. The ongoing communication and feedback that will be provided as part of this plan will also promote continuous improvement. The first part of the communication and development phase is for employees to document goals and objectives in the 360 review software and update progress on an ongoing basis. The next step is for managers to provide periodic feedback to employees on their performance and progress on goals via the 360 review software. Ongoing feedback will keep employees focused on achieving their goals. When goals are only visited once per year, as is generally the case with traditional performance reviews, it is easy for them to be forgotten and for employees to focus on their day-to-day activities. Finally, managers will meet with employees once per quarter to review performance and progress on goals. This will foster ongoing communication between managers and employees. Any issues will be able to be addressed before they become serious problems, and employees will feel supported in pursuing their goals. The information collected during the 360 review process will be used to inform strategic planning decisions. The first part of this will be for HR and management to use information collected to develop training offerings that are applicable to employee needs. This will allow the organization to fill in any gaps in employee skill sets that are found and prepare employees to grow into management positions. Next, HR and management will use information collected during the 360 reviews to inform strategic decisions made in regards to succession planning. HR will also conduct an annual audit of the performance management program to ensure that there is no adverse impact on any group of employees and that the goals of the program are being met. Finally, 360 reviews will be completed annually for all employees.